Hey, hi, how are you? You know what? There are quite a few mistakes that a person can make when they're hired into a brand new safety job. It doesn't matter if you've been a safety professional for a number of years or you're brand new. You don't want to make these mistakes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a few mistakes that people make, I've made, and a better way to approach them so you're not going to make those mistakes. Now, the very first thing that any person wants to do when they first get on the job is they think, I want to change stuff. I want to make the world better. I want to do all of these things. I've got so many plans. And you know what? Don't. Honestly, don't. Really and truthfully, the moment that you shake hands with your brand new boss, whoever he or she might be, they'll likely be asking you, so what are your plans? What do you foresee yourself doing? The wrong answer is going to be, I have a safety program template that you really need, or I have a whole bunch of documents that I've used in other situations that work really well and will be a good application, or I've done a bunch of things in the past and I think that they're really going to work here. Why are you going to say something like that? Because honest to goodness, you don't even know what things are like. So what your right answer should be is, well, Mr., Mrs. Boss, Ms. Boss, I'm going to have a look around. I want to learn about as much as I can of our organization over the next couple of weeks so that I can understand really and truthfully what's needed. I got to do kind of a needs assessment. I want to make sure that if there is problems, what I need to address first and what's going well so I can report back and say, hey, this is really good. Or we need to fix this. Then what we can do is start planning, or I can provide you a plan going forward of what needs to be done right away and what could be planned going the next 3, 6, 9 months out. That's the wise answer. You don't need to make a name for yourself in the first day or two. Okay? That doesn't make sense at all. The next mistake that people make is they tend to disparage those who walked before them.
He wasn't exactly a bright lad.
Or there's a possibility that somebody internal might have applied for the job as well. So no matter what, you do not disparage those that came before you. Always pay them the respect that they're due because you would want the same if you were in their position. And if there's somebody else that did apply internally and you find out, what you want to do is make sure that you can go up, shake hands, meet them, and say that you look forward to working with them as the days, weeks, and months go by. Number 3 problem is a lot of times people, when they're new, they're kind of shy, so they retreat to their office right away. And they want to sit and hide in their office so that they can learn everything on the internet. That makes no sense whatsoever. Sure, you want to spin around in your brand new chair and take your new computer for a ride. I can understand that. But really and truthfully, what you need to do is get out on the floor, go to the job sites, have a look at the production lines, whatever case that you're working in, and meet people. Meet those that are the frontline workers. Meet those that are the frontline workers supervisors, the managers, the directors. Meet as many people as you can. Take your notebook with you because you want to write down names and you want to make sure that you're understanding what they're saying. And don't be afraid to share the fact that you don't know anything about the organization right now, and that's why you're here. You want to bend their ear and figure out as much as you can and find out as much as you can about this new place that you're working in. Okay, so that's meeting people. Now, we've talked about 3 big mistakes. The other last bit of mistake is trying to avoid the group that you need to meet with most of all. And I'm not talking about the executives. I'm not talking about the people that serve lunch in the cafeteria. I'm talking about the health and safety committee. They're the most important group that you can meet with. So as soon as you can, get into that safety committee meeting. Now, as just one professional to another, if I could give you any advice, it would be try to be an ex officio member. In other words, a non-voting member. Because really and truthfully, this is going to hurt, but you don't matter. Okay, you don't. The Health and Safety Committee are more important than you. Not saying you don't matter. I know it's a bit harsh, but really and truthfully, they're more important than you are because they're the long-lasting legacy. The Health and Safety Committee is going to be there when you're long gone. Okay, so you want to make sure that what you can do is be that ex officio member. You want to provide them advice and guidance with that goal of steering and guiding that committee to success because they're important. They're the linchpin in the success for a health and safety program. They are really and truthfully the ones that are responsible for a good, robust health and safety culture. They're the ambassadors to safety, and they're your eyes and ears. So you want to develop a good relationship with them. Now, if you're doubting how important the Health and Safety Committee is, have a look at this video up here, and I'll illustrate 5 reasons why they're really important. But until then, until we see each other again, and I really hope we do, don't just think about safety. Don't just talk about safety. Be a safety influencer. Be a leader. Provoke safety wherever you are. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.